First, before I have given you one fragment of value, you should like this video. Don't. And you should subscribe. Don't. And you should ring the notification bell. Don't. And share it with a friend because it really helps me and my channel. Don't. And leave a comment. Tell me, what's your favorite dinosaur? Don't. This is something that I call the algorithm tax, where it seems like each and every video posted has the like and subscribe in there, and you have to listen to it every single time, even though you already know it. So I'm going to go over today mostly what this channel is not. I'm not going to be doing the algorithm tax. I'm not going to be doing the soap opera style of videos, and I'm not going to be doing the useless information / false premise videos. And I'll go into a little bit about what I will share. But getting back to the algorithm tax, it seems like we have to put up with this all the time because people, of course, the algorithm incentivizes people to go through this like and subscribe over and over. And it gets rather tiring if you're actually trying to add value, and I'd rather try to add more value than if there's any value, it'll get out there. Besides, you already know that if you like a video and want to promote it, you know what to do. I don't have to tell you that. However, if you do have questions or comments or criticisms, because as I've said in the previous video, I could be wrong about stuff, please let me know. So come follow me along with our journey, and I'll show you what I'm going to do today, and maybe next week I'll let you know if it worked or not. This is a common type of video that I call the soap opera. Follow our steps. They'll try something, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, and if it's a disaster, you'll find out in a few weeks or months. In the meantime, you might have actually implemented it yourself, and that becomes a problem. I'm going to be on this channel showing some of my mistakes because I want you to be able to learn from them. And I'm not trying to pick on those shows too much because I enjoy them as well. I think there's definitely a place for shows where you follow someone's journey. There was a channel that posted just 5 minutes on the farm, where they put a camera out and let you watch chickens for 5 minutes. And I really love that. That was before I actually got my own chicken. So there is certainly a place for that, but I think that there's enough of them already. So I don't want to be just another channel doing the same thing that you've already seen. However, there's another problem with some channels that I'd like to get into. Everything you need to know about raising chickens. Oh, look, we got chickens for the first time. Isn't it exciting? They're so cute. The end. I see many videos that follow this format as well, where they don't actually tell you anything. It's useless information or a false premise where they say that they're going to tell you everything you need to know about raising chickens, and they don't. Maybe there's a good point for it. I don't want to criticize it too much because I could be wrong. But I want my videos to actually have information that's going to be valuable to you. For example, I'll give you a tip right now, and that's that when I get young birds, whether it be chickens or ducks, and if we get more turkeys and we get young ones, it'll probably be this way. I like to get them when the weather is warm, because then I don't have to worry as much about supplying supplemental heat. There is supplemental heat, but not as much. I'll get into that in a different video, but I just want to give you that little tip. So this channel is not going to have the algorithm tax. It's not going to have any ads, ideally. I don't plan to anyway. And I'm not going to go through the soap opera type of thing where I just show you the story of what I'm doing, but not actually providing a lot of value. There's a place for it, but this isn't going to be the place for that. And I'm not going to have any pointless videos unless there's some sort of humorous aspect to it. Some people think I have a great sense of humor, some don't. I don't know if it works with you or not, but you will get some of that occasionally. But what I do want to cover is things that aren't covered as much, topics that are harder to find the answers to. And there's also things that I have learned about that I want to share because I feel it's very important. I studied permaculture, so I can offer what I've learned from that. Composting, soil biology, and something that I find that I'm getting better at is recognizing patterns and identifying them and being able to see how this pattern over here also applies over here. And sometimes reading books that are completely unrelated to homesteading or farming and finding patterns that do apply. So I'd like to give you a couple of things right now, small tips, which I'll occasionally bring out, small tips of things that I didn't know, not necessarily homesteading related, but things I want to share with you. There are some packages that come with wax seals. I see it mostly in teas and cough drops. And the wax seals there, what I would normally do is just crumple it up like you see here. But the wax seal is actually meant to be there to keep the oxygen out. And so it makes whatever is in there last longer. And this is how you do it. The thing is that if the oxygen gets in there, it's going to start losing the flavor. So what you want to do is make sure the two sides of the wax seal line up. Wax there, put them together nice and evenly, and then press them together. And now, see, it forms a seal that doesn't come open very easily, and that's going to keep the oxygen out and retain the freshness. So if you have some wax seal, that's how you can improve the freshness of the product. Another thing I've gotten wrong that I've learned from that I want to share with you is how to use a boot jack. This is something to use to remove your muddy shoes or boots after you come in. I would normally just put one toe against the back against the heel of the other foot and lift out, which is fine. And then I go with the other foot to take off that one, but by then it's just the sock that's on it. And the sock is going to get all muddy or dirty or poopy depending on what I've been stepping in. And that doesn't work. So we've got this boot jack here, which is a tool you can use to help you remove boots. But I've also done the same mistake there. In order to remove a boot, I have to step onto the boot jack with one foot and then remove the other foot, the other boot off the other foot. And if I step on it with the boot on my foot, it gets all the mud or whatever else on the boot jack, and then when I have it gets all over my sock when I switch feet. So what I first do is I'll take off one boot using my toe against the heel of the boot, and then with my foot just wearing a sock, I'll put that clean sock onto the clean boot jack and take off the other boot. So those are my tips, and I hope this has been useful to you. Thank you, and have a great day.